Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Chamber of the Wraith. My name is Brian, and I think it's accurate to say it's been 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm gonna have to retitle it later. It's 5 months, actually, but that's my bad. My name is Brian, and today we're tackling Update 1.10. This is the... One second here. Anyhow, this is the most recent update that dropped today. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've basically slept through most of the day, unfortunately. But that's why I'm streaming it now, because I would have streamed it sooner. You know what I mean? But the thing is that we've got a bunch of new things. You can get character bundles now. And... most of these I've already unlocked, like straight up unlocked. I didn't buy these with time crystals, so I wouldn't know how much these were. Combat card background. Oh, that's why it's an icon and then it's a background, whatever. And then you can now select the quantity of these things that you want for X amount. But, here's the thing. I'm not sure if you could read that. That's the red font. It's 745 hours, 31 days until this whole store refreshes, basically. I'm 90% sure that's a glitch. I'm pretty sure that was not intended with this update. By the way, Terminator's data is in this update right now. But, whatever other update is in there as well, it's not a thing yet. I am also curious to know if the patch notes have been dropped. I've got a FGC group that I'm in on standby so that I can potentially get the answers. There's a few things we're going to do before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, so this is one of them. We just got this out of the way. The crap store has gotten crapper. So, there you go. I mean, it was supposed to be better, but I feel like that's going to be an issue. And, yeah, I know, I'm like 12 hours behind on the update, so everybody's probably already dug into it. So nobody's going to watch this, but it's all good. But, whatever. I wanted to do this anyway, so I'm doing it. Now we have the Towers of Time. You'll notice that there's been a structural change. The big one is that all of these towers are now 24 hours. That's probably not going to be the case forever. So, because we have specific towers for co-op events, we have these heroic towers. These used to be the towers that were over where the co-op towers were, and sometimes would be switched back and forth. The gauntlets moved up here. Nothing's been added. Premier towers. These are the really long event towers. These are the things like the Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade ones, where you can get Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade gear and augments and things. Are some of these new? I don't think so. Rapid towers. These, I believe, are supposed to be the ones that change every 3 hours. And then the Tag Assist towers are supposed to change however often they're supposed to change. However, as they stand right now, the Tag Assist, the Rapid, the Heroic, and the Co-op towers are all going to expire at the same time. That's probably just to give them enough time to kind of set up the tower's actual time. So, this update, having scrambled so much of the Towers of Time, they were just like, okay, the Premier towers making it last 4 days, that's easy enough, and then make the rest last 24 hours, and then the real times will change tomorrow. And that's totally fine. That's a pretty smart plan. Now for the real stuff. The real stuff happened in customization, mainly due to the fact that now every character has a third competitive variation. Every character now has a third competitive variation, and some of the slots have changed as a result. So here's a perfect example of what I was just talking about. Undead Rage used to have the Nunchaku stance and I think it was Dragon Fire on it. But now Nunchaku stance is one slot, so all the other abilities had to get dumped in order to make room for that. So, I'm just gonna look and see. Yeah, so Dark Emperor also lost one of his variations. Also lost one of his things. What did he lose? Oh no, he didn't lose anything because Nunchaku stance is 2 slots. He effectively gained a slot. And I'm gonna give him. Yeah, I'm gonna leave some without. I'm trying to think here. Gonna give him energy parry on this one. And then I'm gonna give this one the Nunchaku stance, the Kusari slam. Gonna make this one kind of nunchuck based to the best of my ability. And I'm gonna give it Dragon Fire. Wait, does that... What? No wonder it lost the slots. Dragon Fire conflicts with Nunchaku stance now. How are you... I wonder what the brutality is for that now. So I'm gonna give it... And I can't give it energy parry. I'm gonna give this one Dragon Parry. Because of the Dragon Scar on there. So I'm just gonna go through the cast and see what exactly has changed first. Starting with Liu Kang and now up to Shang Tsung. Outworld Sorcerer. Okay, it looks like my variations have not changed. Ooh, but we have this now. Add Super Kick, Force Lift, Slide, and Shake special moves. Shang Tsung's Ages of Practice allows him to utilize the powers of several ninjas. This is our very first 3-slot ability. And to be completely honest with you, Palette Swap is going to change. I can tell you right now, Palette Swap is going to change. I'm going to drop all of these because there's no need to just have them. Because, what's the point if you have Shapeshifter's training, which allows you to turn into all the ninjas? Now he's a true Palette Swap. And then, yeah, I'll just keep Serpentine there. I'm curious as to what else may have changed. So to Shao Kahn, I'm just checking to see if any of my other variations got fuckled around with. Doesn't look like it's been. Jax, I don't think it's changed. I'm just going through everything, just to make sure. Yeah, most of this is just going to be Tournament Variation 3. Yeah, nothing's changed there. Scorpion! I don't expect anything to have changed. I mean, obviously the 3rd tournament variation will have changed, but we'll get to that eventually. Baraka's not changed for the most part. Raiden has not changed. Jackie? I don't think it's changed. Subby to 0. Doesn't look like he's changed either. Nothing's been altered for Jade. I'm suspecting most of these have not been altered, but hello. See? You never know until you make sure. It looks like Vortex is now 1 slot. And it replaces Spin now. Okay, that is definitely new. Z-Hat. So what am I going to do for this one? Conflicts with Guided Hat. So let's do Possessed Hat for this one. Actually, no. Let's do Guided Hat. Because this is, like, supposed to be the time cooldown. Okay, wait a minute. I wonder now. Does Omega Hat now no longer conflict with... Okay, it doesn't. It used to conflict, which kind of makes me giggle. So we have Guided Hat from Hats Off 2, Vortex, Z Hat. We also have Guided Hat on the Envious one, and I might change that. Yeah, I'm going to change that. So it's going to be... Also, we have 70 skins now? I'm going to change Guided Hat and replace it with... where is Possessed Hat? There it is. So now he'll have a straight hat, and then he'll have a Jupe hat. Hello, FSR! Happy to see ya! We're going through update 1.10 for Mortal Kombat 11, and the title is going to get changed to 5 months later instead of 6 months later, so don't worry about that. I'm just currently going through my variations because Shang Tsung, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao have had changes to their variations in particular right off the hop, and all characters have gotten a third tournament variation. Also, Terminator's data is in the game, but he won't be out until October 8th. He won't be out until next Tuesday. But anyhow, Oh yeah. Whoop whoop! Yeah! That's right. And I'll quickly run through what's changed right off the hop. Nunchaku stance for Liu Kang is now 1 slot instead of 2 slots. And it now conflicts with Dragon's Fire, so no fire nunchucks. Kung Lao has had a change where his Vortex special move is now replaced his spin and is now 1 slot instead of 2. And also we have there's also been a conflict removed where now Omega Hat now works with Possessed Hat instead of Orbiting Hat. Just Orbiting Hat. And Shang Tsung has gotten a brand new ability. It's 3 slots, which is the first, as far as I know, it's the first 3 slot ability in the game. And it gives him, it's called Shapeshifter's Training. It gives him Super Kick, Force Lift, Slide, and Shake all at the same time. And that means that there's no need to, literally, in my opinion, just for fidelity's sake, there's no need to have the individual Shake, Slide, Force Lift, or Super Kick special moves unless you want to mix and match. Which, if you want to mix and match, that's fine, but for the purposes of this palette swap variation, it has to, there's no other way. Yeah, I'm going to keep August Resurrector because that is so cool of a name. So, in case you're wondering, Super Kick is just added, it's a new input. Slide replaces his normal slide. Shake is new, and then where is Force Lift? And Force Lift replaces Crashing Flames. So he loses Crashing Flames, which is the Comet Fireballs, and his own slide to get a better version of the slide, a combo path, and adding 2 new special moves. So that's what's new with Shang. We were just about to get into Katana before you came in. So Katana, have you changed? No. And this is just changes that have affected my variations. So nothing happened to Cabal. Kano doesn't have any empty slots. I'm just basically looking for empty slots. No new empty slots there. No empty slots for Aaron Black, but he definitely has had a change we'll look at. Devora's not changed. Kodokan. I'm very much looking forward to Kodokan's 3rd variation. I want to see... I really want to know what that's like. Collector has not... Whoa! Wait a minute. No ability equipped. What happened here? What the hell happened here? Was Relic Lure 2 slots? I don't remember. I'm gonna put on Demonic Clutch then. I mean, Collector only has 8 special moves, so that you can add for variations. So, wait a minute. No, I know what happened. Warquite Toss became 2 slots. So to keep Warquite Toss, I'm gonna have to Yeah, because War Quite Toss was originally just one slot, I think. I think it's... So... War Quite Toss... up Demonic Mace... Teleport and Relic Lure... Teleport and Up Mace... All the Bag Bomb moves... The thing, and the blah. Okay, so that's what was different with Collector. Gearus! They added the third variations? Yes, they did, young boy Nate. Or young boy Nate. Yes, they did. They added the third competitive variations for every character in Mortal Kombat 11 now, and I will be going through them right away. Yeah, so we'll be going through those right away here, and I will show you what they do and go through frame data. This has basically become a competitively angled version of the Ability Almanac, which has me super excited. We're going to go top to bottom, left to right. So we're going to start with Shang Tsung and go to Shao Kahn because he'll be the closest. And then we're just going to go random stages. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So, first up, we're going to do... There it is. Soul Eater and Realm Destroyer are the names of the first two competitive variations we'll be looking at. It's going to take a little while. You can't select the competitive variations from the training mode still directly, but... Okay, so if I had... I've got some hype of my own. October's right around the corner, and so is Rajang! Go to Feral Storm Raptor's channel for epic Monster Hunter content, by the way. He knows what he's doing. And in October 8th, Terminator drops, so that's going to be fun. So, if it is what I suspect it is... 1, 2... 3... what's the input? Come on. There it is. Yep. So, this got Shapeshifter's training. So, all of these moves here just became available as moves to use. I'm going to drop the delay on this one and do the cancel, because that's more important to show. Okay. That means, by the way, you could do a combo with this character. This is the most hype thing. You could do a combo with Shang Tsung that becomes, I kid you not, 5 ninjas, and I'll try and demonstrate it. Nope. I got release check on, so it's gonna suck, so. Take some practice, give me a minute here. Check it out, that was 5 ninjas. Rain, Ermac, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and coming along the way, Noob, Cybot. Why doesn't it show the third variation? Oh, in training mode, it just doesn't show the competitive variations anyway, so you just have to get to them manually. But we are in the third competitive variation now, which is Shang Tsung's ninja variation. Which also comes with 2 new crushing blows, with 3 crushing blows. So if the opponent blocked late, right after I cancel, and reptile slot. And I'll tell you what those crushing blows are right now, so it'll be a combination thing. And I'll just do easy crushing blows for Force Lift, because to get the crushing blow for Force Lift, the opponent will have had to have blocked late. So they will have had to have hit the block button after the move connects, which kind of stinks. It's probably the worst of the 3 crushing blows. Whoa, that was faster too. So his second fireball, his fireball meter burn has also been changed. I'm still waiting on patch notes, overall patch notes for the rest, but anyhow. Next up, super kick will crushing blow if it's right after. If it happens right after a delayed super kick. So a cancel into that will get you out. Now for slide to crushing blow, it has to hit from maximum range, which I think is about here. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is. I'll double check just to make sure by turning off easy crushing blows. So I think this is the range that you got to get it from. A little further than starting. No, it's further than that. Ouch, that skull fracture though. Yeah. There you go. That's about maximum range. Now for Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn has a spear-based variation right off the hop, which makes things very interesting. This is going to make it combo heavy, because his previous, like, this skewered replaces Scum Grab, which only does more damage if you amplify it, but you get a combo extender, even if you only do it once. So, I could do something like... that, which looks very cool, and it's very stabby. And he also gains Seeking Rat Hammer, which is a high, but it brings the opponent to you. It's a counter zoning tool. So there you go. But I wonder... Yes! 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 We finally get decent Fatal Blow combos with Shao Kahn. I'm excited. Well, by decent, I mean it looks cool. And it actually does respectable damage. Because Fatal Blow is, I think, 21 frames with Shao Kahn. 25 is 25 frames. And, which, if you compare it to... Where did it go? This is 26 frames. I feel like that's been slowed down. But either way, spear stuff. Exciting for Shao Kahn. Yikes. Now it's time for Frost and Night Wolf.
Black Dragon Fight Club.
We're just changing stages at random here. We're not gonna stay on one specific stage. Yeah, boy, Night Wolf. He and Kotal Kahn are my current co-mains, which is very exciting. Okay, so Frost's first one, Arctic Anarchy and Shaman. I think about half of these have been shown, so I feel like I'll remember what they are exactly once I see the names, but we'll start here. Okay, Frost. Ice Auger, Core Overload, and Air Icequake. I'm surprised that hasn't... Was Ice Auger always one slot? Okay, so Ice Auger is the drill, which now does not track the opponent, but it's faster. Especially the amplified mid, which does not hit full screen. But I wonder... Okay, that does not crushing blow. The normal Ice Auger will crushing blow if it hits from maximum range. Core Overload allows all of Frost's chest beam attacks to do more damage. So that's for sweep, and this string will do 20% more damage. So this, and then that for more damage. You can amplify it, and it'll start beeping. Which will now freeze the opponent instead of launching them, but it's very similar to Predator from Mortal Kombat X in that it also damages Frost. Basically a boon. And then Air Ice Quake, which is actually a very good move because it hits mid, and then she slides in with a low, and she can kind of low profile some high projectiles with it. And she can do it off of a short hop, which means I can come in and hit you with a full screen low, even off of a short hop. So jump over a low, slide under a high projectile, very high projectile avoidy. Now Nightwolf has Lightning Arrow and... Okay, that looks like it got a damage buff, because that used to be like 3%. So I'm really happy that that got a damage buff. But I'll explain first. Spirit Tracks replaces the Rhino Charge, and he goes in and he trips the opponent. It's a good complement to his gun stock, because it's an overhead low. Or you can just go in for the low, get your lows going. I'm trying to think, does he have any other native overheads? I don't think he really does. Oh wait, he does. High mid overhead or high mid low. It's reactable, obviously, but if you suck at reacting to things like I do, this is going to catch you. And its normal amplify is a 2-hit that launches the opponent full screen. But this actually has a different amplify, which launches the opponent. So you get this going. And one with this Nightwolf. You get that going, which gives you a little bit of Oki, for instance. And then you have Lightning Arrow, a mid projectile that does really nice damage, has no amplify, but it can be cancelled. But a mid projectile with 70 damage is not bad, especially for a character that can reflect projectiles, like Nightwolf. Zoners beware. Okay, next characters. Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. This might be even easier. This might be even easier to get to that third variation, because there'll just be one at the left. Oh yay, old notifications that I need to get rid of. Excuse me. Okay, on to Outtake and Ten Hut. Which I think are names for things that are already in there. I think Outtake is a combo string, and Ten Hut is one of Sonya Blade's outros. Anyhow. Oh, that's interesting. I can already see something. Oh, yeah. So, this is madness. I saw this in the stream, and it looked way faster than it actually says. But then again, 9 frames is still roughly a 1/6 of a second in a 60 FPS game like Mortal Kombat. So, anyways, Rising Star. Look at how fast that is. That recovers in about 26 frames and is active for 7. It's just really fast. Hang on. So, this is a really fast way to kind of counter poke and do that. Now, what's interesting is that he gains his high force ball and his low force ball. Now, if you amplify them normally, you kind of get the opposite version. So you get high-low, low-high, that sort of thing. But it looks like they added something that lets you get the opposite version. So I can do high-high, and then I can do low-low, as well as low-high and high-low. Which is very handy. So this is kind of old school Johnny Cage. More Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3 in that area there. Now, Sonya got... Yes! Yes! I've been hoping this would be a variation. So she can now summon the cat to gain cat moves. So So now we have Super Zone Heavy, and then we have a Super Zone Heavy Sonya. So Dronya's back, baby. So we can get 4 moves off. We can get Mortar Shot, Leaping Shot, that, and then get Detonate going. Which... get some damage going. Although it does not hurt Sonya when it goes boom, which is surprising. So we can do this, that, dash in. It was down back. Down back, so fire that, come in, fire low, and then pounce on you for overhead damage. So, drone stuff, yay! Very exciting. Just as a theming thing, I love the drone. Love the drone! Okay, so next up we got Cassie Cage, and then Jax.
Cyberlin Quay Assembly.
Jax and Cassie. Wait, when does Rajang drop their FSR? Does he drop October 1? Soups OD. Oh, really? You could have just left it at OD, guys. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, folks. Alright. Okay, so this is drone based again. So we get BLB 108 energy bounce, which creates these little energy grenades by shooting the drone. Get close, mid, far. And then we have BLB escape, which now costs bar to use and has had a name change. And Flying Glow Kick, which will Crushing Blow if this attack is a counter or a punish. So, just for ease of use, I'm going to turn on use the KB's remote. Boom! There's your dammy. So that's what Soups OD is drone shenanigans. But it might be the 3rd? Okay. So, definitely sometime in early March then. Jax... Whoa! Hold the phone, my friends! I forgot that he has a new string. It's 7 button presses, though. Holy shit. Must have been... Okay, so it's no longer a level 1 amplify. And then he's got Ground Shatter, which has different ranges. That can be amplified. There we go. Okay. So... this variation has the right to bear arm strength, which is very strong because Jax's whole deal is that he builds arm heat when he punches and uses his arm-based attacks, and then once it's fully charged, he gains access to new crushing blows and that sort of thing. Now with Jax, he now has a way to build up heat pretty easily. Because he doesn't have the gotcha grab. He doesn't have the gotcha grab where he can just wail on you in order to build a shitload of heat. Instead, he now has right to bear arms. Which, as you can see, now has a bit more of a delay to it. But it ends overhead. But now, if you time it right, you get a high ender, which is quicker. But it also gives him easier access to the heat missile crushing blow. No way! Oh my god! You can now get the heat missiles off of the 5th hit now instead of just the 4th. More damage! Yes! And then... okay, that doesn't really work. But you get the idea. Big butta clap. And then... with low shatter, or with ground shatter, it now will launch, but you have to direct it. But if you amplify it, you get that. So that's what you get with Jax. You get easier ways, kind of a schmitchy way to get heat going, a way to spend heat for claps, and a launcher. Also, one other change that is universal to Jax that I know for sure is Honorable Discharge is now 11 frames, but it's now a high, which means Cassie Cage can now punish this. That now any character can punish this with any sort of, I need to make it player 1, and I need to make him wake, and I need to get him to do. Whoops, I got that backwards again. Tricky. We'll make it 1%, and then we'll make it record. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1. Now I can punish it. Now I can punish that fatal blow freely with a uppercut crushing blow. See what I mean? Very handy stuff to have. So Jax kind of got a fatal blow nerf. It's still an 11 frame, super fast move, but you can duck it now. Just remember to duck it raw and don't block it, because otherwise it's just like if you block the fatal blow. You have to anticipate it. Actually, I'm gonna try something. If you hear it coming, you can get things going. I want to check and see if Pissed AF. No, it's still 32 frames. I wonder. Yeah, that's longer than 32 frames, so something went wrong there. Okay. Scorpion. And Noob Saibot.
Charon's ship.
Gonna reply to something really quick, and then we will get going. Burning Spectre and Pitch Black. Okay. Burning Spectre. Uh-oh. Alright, boys. This is the sword variation. So we'll get the least important thing out of the way. Sinblade. Air Sinblade. This is a neutral jump punch. From Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X. It's a command jump neutral, but you can see where you can see where that would be super handy. And after showing the next free update is in December. What it is that has yet to be revealed, but I'm assuming it'll be revealed in. Unfortunately, your comment just got cut off there. Gives you an alternate combo path, which is always good. Anyhow, November. Okie doke. That makes sense. Now, Misery Blade. This is the 2-slot ability, and this is what every Scorpion player beyond low level wants. Every mid to high level Scorpion player wanted this bad boy, especially if they played the beta. It's a stance. Oh, and that's cool. It has a little glimmering effect. Almost to kind of tell you how long you have. So he'll begin drawing the blade, and he can either do that, he can do that, he can cancel for a defensive bar, get an overhead, get a sweep, get a very quick poke, which I believe is still stupid plus, Yeah, it's a 3-frame move, and it's... Okay, it's -6 now, but it's -6. It is 3 frames. It is now the fastest move in the game. I'm trying to remember what the input was. If you can time it just right, you can extend combos with this, but I am not nearly good enough with that Scorpion. This is definitely the... If you want to play Scorpion at a high level and you want to learn complex cancels and timings for your cancels and things, this is the variation to go. And he can amplify it to get hard-to-tell mix-ups. Not that they combo or anything, but still, I couldn't tell. And I was even pressing the button. So, that's Burning Spectre. It's a neutral jump punch and one of the best stances in the game. Now, what does Noobs... Okay. Okay, so Noob Saibot now has access to... Sickle Snag. Allows him to... which now allows him a new combo path. You can't really mix this with the Teleport Slam, so because it's not in this variation. So you have 2 combo-ish variations with Noob Saibot, and then you have Sickle Toss, which I believe counts towards the Shadow Clone count. I don't have Easy Crushing Blows on, so bear with me, I want to test something really quick. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is a close version. But you gotta be like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now that 10 clones have been loaded, it doesn't work. It does not count as a clone toss thing. But you can also amplify it as a launcher too. So you can do... Except there isn't really a way to kind of combo into it. You have to like stagger into it or just anticipate. I think you can really only get stuff in the corner anyhow. This Shadow Dive though does count as a shadow move, and it's basically just a way to do a Shadow Clone move from the air, and I think this is one of the better ways to use moves that were not previously available, because it also alters your jump arc, allowing you to jump in and then mess up your opponent. Now let's toss back into the character select menu like Noob Saibot toss Scorpion. Get out of here! Okay. Next up we got Baraka! Looking forward to this, because he's one of my mains, and I'm also looking forward to see what Raiden has, because I want to learn Raiden. And we are going to actively change variations. We're going to go to this. Let's see if they got me my frame data yet. What? Kotal has a 10-frame mid? What is he talking about? I'll have to look into that. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't change to competitive variations. I was like, hang on, this is my main variation for Baraka non-competitively. Wait. No. They did not make forward 1 for Kotal a goddamn mid. Did they? Did they? We're about to find out. Ooh, Like a Bob is 1 slot. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so this is all about stabbing. This is stabbing part 2 with Baraka. And I'm going to turn Easy Crushing Blows on just for ease of use. So, Berserker Baraka, despite the flag variation, does not get any flag moves. Sad. But we get Blade Charge, which allows you to side switch. It's a great ender. And then you get Baraka Zerker, which, because it's paired with Blade Charge, gains an Amplify, which is the Blade Charge. So now you can do something like... Oh, and they made that easier to connect too. So there you go. And then, I'm pretty sure this is actually impossible, but... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's impossible, but if that did work, that would have been so sick. Alright, now, the other thing is Light Kebab. This thing is a great ender that restands. It restands the opponent, which means no breakaways. Trying to get this to work. Probably better to just do this. So you're not launching the opponent at all. You get a good combo ender. It does damage over time, and then you can amplify it for more damage. Or say you're in a disadvantageous situation. Hey. Oops. I forgot that has a crushing blow. You can do that. No fucking way Kotal's forward one got turned into a mid. Dude, I would be very excited if that's true. So what's Light Kebab's stand blocking? So, okay, so that's actually pretty good because if you do this, you can do that, which gives you the benefit of both, and big damage over time. So, hold on. Just fuck me levels of damage. Alright, now it's time for Raiden. Truth and Light. He gets Joe Push, which is now 1 slot. I think? No, it isn't. Wait. Wait. I'll get my lightning. But I don't have Electric Fly anymore! Okay! Okay, that makes sense, though. Considering Lightning Rod. And we'll mess around with that first, but... Hang on. What? I know you're supposed to be able to combo off of that. Whatever. I think you're supposed to. Anyway, so we're going to focus on Lightning Rod. Because that's Joe Push. It's good. It replaces Electric Fly now, which kind of sucks. But you get that going. It's... I guess you could do combos. Maybe if you're in the corner. Yeah, you can get combos when you're aiming it towards the... So, as I was saying, Lightning Rod, it can attack at close range, and then you redirect lightning off of it. I don't think it redirects all the way, but... Yeah, so I'm only going to do the base version. Whoa! Does it just look like it? Yeah, it just looks like it. And then you can amplify it to create this little bubble, which, if the opponent is in it already or is outside of it, it's fine. But if they touch the barrier, they get hit with it. See what I mean? Pretty handy stuff, especially for shenanigans like this. Yeah. Oops. Almost. Look at that! 4 hits, and I only did 4 hits in 1 command. Technically 2. So that is Truth of Light, Raiden, and Baraka. Very excited that Baraka got that variation. I'm going to be playing him more. Maybe even co-maining with Nightwolf. With Nightwolf Ancestral and with Nightwolf's first 2 variations and Kotal's Kinte variation. And I've heard rumors that Kotal Khan now has a 10-frame mid. Exciting.
Jackie Briggs.
Jackie. And
Sub-Zero.
Sub-a-lubba ding dong.
Lost Hive of
I
the
totally didn't
Kite.
just say that just to make... just for the giggles. Just for the giggly wigglies. I smell something being prepped. I'm going crazy. So we got upgraded and we got Avalanche! Avalanche does ring a bell, I think, once I see what it is. Right, I remember what it is. It definitely has the Totally Not Ice clone, and it has something else. I don't remember if it's the Creeping Ice or the Ice Launch. Okay, okay, so he has the Amplified Air Shrapnel Blast, Air Ground Pound, and Bionic Bounce. So this is all about bouncing around. This is all about aerial stuff. So we got the Ground Pound, which can be amplified to a double low. We have Bionic Bounce, which is a command jump, which allows you to do all of her jump normals, including allowing you to do stuff like stuff like that, as an example. There, now I've actually... Ah, shit, I was misled. Forward 1 is still a high. Sadness. But it's something us Kotals are used to. So that's... And then you can even do a fart Bionic Bounce. It's down back. It's ground pound. To fake him out like that and then do stuff. Oh, that would be super juicy for people who like aerial mixes. Creeping. Okay, so it was Creeping Eyes. So you get a low option with Sub-Zero as a combo ender. Yeah, see what I mean? You get that going. But remember, that's an overhead into a low. Or you can do a jump in and then go into your low. So you got... Sub-Zero's got more mix. And he has access to Iron Trap, which seems to have had a reduced startup. Or does it just go away on throw? Yeah, it just goes away on throw. But I can still lob you into the into it with a slide. I wonder then. Okay. Oh, I can make that look not shitty, because I know it's a critical thing for some characters to be good, but I cannot stand when characters fall down from shit like that. Ah, it goes away. Hang on. Yeah, it goes away when that happens. There's not enough time. Crap. Alright, well, that's Arctic Trap, which does allow you for some swifty setups. And... yeah, see, I almost wish there was an animation change there. I hate that about that. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. Kano! Cabal!
The Hourglass.
In prehistory. Okay. Next, we have Kano and Cabal. Which, 1, 2, 3, we got Rat Bag and Speed Demon. I love how it's Dirtbag and Rat Bag back to back. Like, how many more bags are we gonna give you, Kano? Oh, shoot. Okay. So first off, Optic Blast replaces the knives. Mid projectile that does 8% and has a crushing blow if the attack is a counter or a punish. So, you counter zone somebody? Damage! And then you get Snake Bite, which allows you to get combos. You know, if I didn't suck with Kano. That's just a brief example of what I'm talking about. And then the knives are stuck in you. How's this for skill practice then, SSR? Calm down, Rexy. I'm also gonna fix this because I don't think we need to show Fatal Blow stuff. Yeah, I don't think so. Player 2. What's Cabal got? Low Spinner, Hook Grab, and Gas Blast. Okay, so Low Spinner. Okay, so I was afraid it was gonna be the other really dumb spin. It's actually this spin, which is mid-low, and then amplifies into a launcher. So we get whoa, that didn't. Oh, that's right, because wait. Oh, this is gonna be so sick when I get that. Hook grab is standard hook grab. It's kind of like Noob Saibot's Sickle Snag, but it's side twitches. Damn right you are. So. Yes! Okay. Okay, I understand now. And then Gas Blast is a restand that... Does it? Okay, so it's just I think it's just a restand if it amplifies. So we're gonna try something. Oh, dude, that's so sick. Oh. Yes! God damn, that looks so good. Speed Demon Cabal is totally my gas bag. Oh yeah, and if you amplify it and it misses, you get damage over time. You get a damage over time cloud. That heals Cabal! I just noticed. It heals Cabal if he's standing in the gas cloud. It's almost like Kotal's Sunbeam, but shittier. But still, that's so cool! I think I might have to pick up Cabal now, too. Damn it! With every update, Mortal Kombat 11 just gets better and better.
Liu Kang.
And I'm happy that it does that. Okay, Liu.
Kitana.
Kitini.
Kotal's Coliseum.
Kitini Bobini. Banana Fana Fofini. Me, my, Momini. Kitini. Water? Yes. And here's my question for you, FSR. Which monster do you want to come back if it were those? Wrong thing. Dragon's Breath and Fearless. Which monster do you want to come back in this free update? Dragon's Breath Liu. Yeah. Okay, so this Liu Kang has the teleport. Seregios. I don't think I've heard of that monster. You get the command grab, which now I believe is 10 frames. It used to be 12. It used to be 12 frames, and now it's 10. So I wonder now if they've allowed it to tick off of stuff, because I've been fascinated by tick throws lately. So I'm gonna see if normal stance hold. Yeah, there we go. So a true command throw will always do that. So when it tick throws, it means canceling a string, say this, into it, and if it is a true tick grab like that, it'll basically connect and allow Liu Kang to command throw through the block. Hello, Dirk. That will not connect. That won't connect. Nope. Nope. Ooh. Signature traits, detachable scales, which can be launched. Ouch. That. Standing period. So it looks like it's still only just the back one, but it is 10 frames now, so it's up to par with most of the other command grabs in the game. So I'm gonna get her to stop blocking now. Nunchaku stance is what you would expect. But it loses the parry, but you can now do the command grab out of it. So you can do command grab, which that reached pretty damn far. And then Shaolin Vanish just lets you get in, which any character with a command grab and a teleport, scary shit. But now there's something I wonder. Two things. One, the crushing blow has changed if the previous hit's from Nunchaku Dance, so... Oh yeah, and you can cancel it, of course, by pressing the same button. That, and then this... Okay, now one other thing. The Chosen One. Okay, so it's just become... that. So if I hold forward, it becomes that brutality. So that's really good. They made that easier. I wonder if they made this one easier. Now for Katana. She, first off, can now... What's the input? Okay. She now has access to combo potential. By her Air Phantos can now be amplified in order to get some combos going, but not that great. So she now has low Phantos in this variation. I'll just take this real quick. So low projectile to complement her high projectile for zoning. She can amplify it to give you a quick wallop that she can now also step forward from. So that's the normal range, and that's the step forward amplifier range. A little more, not enormous, but it's enough to kind of close the gap. Fan-nado. Full screen version of, well, half screen version of the fan lift, which cannot be amplified. And then Edenian Twist, which is an aerial double hitting move that has a pretty cool requirement for crushing blow. If you whiff your fatal blow, you get access to this crushing blow. So if I do this, whiff it, and then... that wasn't quite enough, but you get the idea. You get combo potential off of that. And it helps recharge your fatal blow, allowing you to recover. That reminds me, I have a fatal blow reaction that I recorded at the beginning of the month that I've been meaning to get around to editing. And I've been editing it piecemeal every once in a while because I'm doing something tedious with it, which is adding what the scores me and a couple of friends gave it. So it should probably be out, I want to say at the latest by the end of the week. So keep an eye out for that. Now, Kung Lao. The third variation definitely has Vortex.
Jade.
Then Jade, I wonder what she has.
Black Market Alley.
Yawn. Oh yeah. That looks... You never spend 2 bars on this fucking thing, but it looks... But come on, double hat? That's hilarious. Okay, so Order of Light and Untamable. As a Jade really should be. Untamable. Okay. Order of Light. And then, oh yeah. So if only the final hit connects, Ground Soul Burst, which has different versions, and Upward Soul Burst. Okay, so Vortex. Ooh, okay. That's pretty swanky. And that's where the old one comes from. Okay. So we either get slightly extended range or further than full screen if you delay it fully. The longer you delay it, the further it goes. Now, Spiritual Guidance is the main reason to pick up this variation, I think. It allows the Great Kung Lao to be used. And the bursts are faster. For cool stuff. Wait, can I do that into Fatal Blow? Whoa, okay. How about this then? Yes, that works. That looked pretty schwanky too. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so back on track. And then you gain the big Soul Burst. But its Crushing Blow requirement has changed. If only the last one hits, you get that. And that is a new way that Crushing Blow ends. Allowing in certain situations for combos. I expect this to break 450. It doesn't. It's 425. Still decent damage. And with the ground Soul Burst, it doesn't track the opponent. But you get the idea. And then you can cancel it for defensive bar. Jade has... Ooh, she has her new strings! And then the Prod Reflect? Interesting. Okay, so this variation of Jade gives herself new strings, which can be canceled into shit. And then look at how fucking cool those new strings are. I'm happy. Like, this is, I feel, exactly what Mortal Kombat 11 needed at this point. It needed something new because it was beginning to get really old. The old sort of gimmick. And I'll talk more about my feelings about Mortal Kombat 11 at the end, because I've got some complex feelings about it, at least so far as games go. But yeah, I have some complex feelings about it. But this is exactly what was needed. Some of these characters needed a breath of fresh air, and Jade was lucky to be one of the ones that did. And they did not disappoint. And then we got Vanishing Winds, which is just a low, which has about that range, about the range of the green Shockwave, which can then... Okay. Fake out into the low. So... good stuff. And then you get Divine Forces, which reflects projectiles. But you can amplify to get a launcher. So, cool stuff. Time to move on to the next batch of characters. Whap! And then once I get access to the new patch notes, I will make a video talking about those.
Scarlet.
Ooh, we're almost at the end. We got 7 more characters.
Shirai Ryu Fire Garden.
This'll be fun. I wonder if Acid Pour has a double amplify now that the animations have changed. That would be the one thing. We got Hemorrhaged, and I think I picked the right one. Locked and Loaded. Was it Locked and Loaded? I don't think so, actually. Nope, it is. So no Red Rain. It wasn't Red Rain, like I was thinking. So, this Scarlet gets Crimson Shield, which I'm gonna set the opponent up to do the boot. It reduces the damage from 11 to 90 to 9.35, which, hang on, what is a better, I'm trying to think of a better, there. So back to his 5%. So double it. Yeah. So reduces it by 7.5. So it's 15% damage buff. So, or damage debuff. So she takes 15% less damage while in this state. Red Mist does damage over time and is a close range. I believe. Yeah, it's a restand too. So not bad. And then can't be amplified. She still gets her big goopy blast, so that's really good. And then we got Boiling Point, which has close, mid, far, and very far. Right, full screen. And that's her big damage ender now, from the ground. Do this. Oh. Come on. There it is. There's your big damage ender, because it does almost 20% on its own if it's amplified. And 12% on its own without amplified. That's pretty solid. Now it's time for EB. Yeah. So it doesn't get the double amplify like I wanted. So Acid Pour is back. They should have changed the name to it, like to I don't know, Rifle Smack or something. The amplify though. Is now the bit that was it was originally the starter, and then they did this in a bit to balance it. And it also, if you notice, costs rifle ammo, which leads me to wonder. Is it L2 to put that away? Yes. That is great! Whap! Do you get a little bit of Oki from that? Not really. That's hilarious, though. Whap! If you run out of bullets, whap! Fall down. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So, you're not getting a 40% crushing blow off of this. But, in the corner... Oh, come on. You are comboing into it. 4 damage. Get in the corner. Shit. See what I mean? You are comboing into it for some nice damage, though. Like, no denying it. Going low. Back up a little bit. There it is. Yeah, you can get 40% if you do some stuff before it, but that's nice. And then you get Nether Beast Trap, which is the beast, which is the bear trap. Let me come in and ruin your day. I like this variation. A little bit sad that the Acid Pour, Rifle Smack, whatever costs bullets now, but if you run out of bullets, it's hilarious. Devora!
Devora. Kotal Khan. Charon's ship.
Devora. And Kotal. This is the guy I've been looking forward to because, as you know, Kotal is my main. Looking forward to doing more of them. Alright. Okay, so we got Creepy Crawler and Bullock. Yes! Yes! Let's go. Alright, so your boy Devora, or your girl Devora, has air flyby. Ooh, interesting. So air flyby, she can now fly across the arena. She also has Bumpy Beetle. Oh, she has to amplify for it to crawl? Otherwise it just jumps at you. Okay. And then she has flipping out, which gives her a new crushing blow. So that's it for Devora. It's nothing too exciting. But now we got... Is that what it... Oh, no, it's not the one that I wanted it to be! The other one. Okay. So, Kodokan now has a totem-based variation. But that's fast to know. Hang on a minute. Does the counter or Punisher maximum range? Does that mean it's the same crushing blow? Because I would be sad if it is. It totally is, too. Sounds cool, though. It may sound better. Sad days. Pardon me. Hello.
Hello.
How's you? After this? After this? Okay.
It's a nice size and big.
Yeah.
After dinner, so she had to go grab some cold.
Okay, we're back. Whoa. Finally getting to the character that I really, really want. So, it is what it is, whatever. Now, he's got two totems now. Defense and damage. This is what I want to experiment with now, because things have, as you've seen so far, been rebalanced. Moves replace other moves that they haven't before, they've become different slots, and so on. So, that leads me to a wonder. Is it at all possible to keep the stacks as they are? Because it used to be damage, damage, damage was 60%, and it still is. But what happens if I do this? It's still the same! It's still the same! So stacking your 3 totems is the thing to do, because you still get a 60% damage buff. And I bet you if you space these out... Is it down there? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Oh, so they fixed that. So now if you space out your totems, you only get the benefits of one totem, but those benefits last for longer. So that's actually not that bad. So the fastest thing to do would be this, this, and then this to get all of your benefits. Like, because that's fast, then this, and then this is fast. Thing, blah, blah. Thing, blah, Voila. Come. Try this again. Try this again. Try this again. Hang on. Okay, so it is reducing. Oh, because it's a 70, that's why. Like... One, two, three...
Praise the sun.
Nice! Nice! Exciting stuff. Definitely gonna be messing around with that Codal when Season 4 drops. We got 2 more,
Gear us.
so let's not waste any more time.
Collector. Black Dragon Fight Club.
Let's try not to waste any more time, shall we? Once we finish with these variations, I'll give my overall thoughts on the update and my overall thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11 almost 6 months out. 5.5 months in. Okay. So we got Eternal and Squander. Ah! Okay, so Gears has Sand Simulacrum and Reverse Time. Okay. So Sand Simulacrum allows Geras to create clones at various ranges and then warp to them. Nothing too crazy, but he does get a pop-up if he pops the clone. Now, the big thing here is Time Warp. Watch what happens now when I activate it. It effectively reverses everything that's happened to Gears in the last 4 seconds. So if I... do... that, 1, 2, 3... Now watch what happens. Eventually. When I get this right. What? I can break out of attacks and get my health back, but it costs both my defensive bar. It's effectively a better breaker with a more complex input. So Squander. Squandering on Collector. I know exactly what it is, yep. So it's just Relic Lure, which pulls the opponent and sends them back, and Warp Weight Toss. One of the stronger projectiles in the game. It loses its Crushing Blow because it requires a different ability in Bag Bomb or in the fire. Unless... Oh! They changed the requirement! So, if you hit the opponent out of a get-up roll or a backdash... Okay. That is disgusting. And you can get... This will always trade favorably because it's a second hit that knocks them down. But if this Shock Broom trades with any projectile, really, the opponent is basically amped for free. And that means a potential free combo for Collector. So that, in and of itself, made Collector... They made Collector pretty strong, much stronger than he was before. And now with that, I think we're going to start seeing more Collectors. So we got to keep an eye out for that.
Cetrion.
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 I feel like I'm going to change Mother Nature when we get back, because now there's no point.
Lost hive of the
Originally, when I saw this ability, I knew for a fact this was going to be Cetrion's third variation. No questions asked. This is definitely going to be it, where she gets a random aura, or she gets a random aura of her choice, because none of her previous variations had aura, and it was literally added, it was added in the patch before this. So now she gains access to random auras with random effects. So, fire for damage over time, which can include things like the crush and blow throw that she has. Wind, which kind of creates a barrier which makes it hard for opponents to get past. Come on, give me water. 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 Rock will do. And with rock, if the opponent hits you while you're inside the aura, the rocks will try and hit them. And then water. There we go. This acts like Aquaman's buff from Injustice 2, where she can basically block out of things she normally shouldn't be able to block out of. And as a result, she also gains Deadly Winds, which is just a standard projectile, which, when amplified, goes higher and does more damage, and goes full screen. Or almost full screen anyway. Has more range. So that is every single variation, and I'm actually going to go back and change a few things. I'm going to change a few things around because now I have no reason to have conflicted elements. And I was complaining about this with Katana and Cetrion and now Nightwolf. Now I don't really have to complain about with Nightwolf because I have just Spirit Tracks in one of these somewhere, right? Yeah, I do, but I still don't have... Okay, I still don't have a particular ability that I really am not a huge fan of. That being... So Nightwolf still has an ability that I don't like. It's called Moonfall. I'm curious if they changed the input for this, but I'm not going to go looking because it was up. I'm not too keen on Ronin Takeda shenanigans, so that's whatever. Actually, though, if I go back, I may actually try it, depending on if it still conflicts with... Because it also conflicts with Lunar Orbit and Rising Tomahawk, so that means I'd have to put it on Sindel Slayer. I have to put it on Sindel Slayer, and I'm not... You know what? Screw it. Let's find out. Let's find out what happens. Change Grappling Stalker, at least for now, for Moonfall. And now every single ability, in a sense, has been equipped to Nightwolf. It's just across 6 variations instead of 5. And then Cetrion, because Conflicts of Elements is ultimately just what you would expect it to be. So I'm gonna drop it in lieu of Geyser. Get Geyser on one of my custom variations. Do we have... Where's the Geyser stuff? Pressure Wash. So Geyser will do an additional 12% if I get this on something. I'll think about it. But yeah, now we have all the elements, all the elemental circles and Geyser, and then Conflicts of Elements is on Variation 6. So finally, I'm happy with something that I can finally do with Cetrion. Now, the only thing I'm curious about now is... There's one more thing I'm curious about before I finally give my final thoughts. And actually, I'll probably give them now. This update is one of the best things to have happened to Mortal Kombat since Combat League was introduced. It shows that NetherRealm is continuously trying to improve the game.
Tournament.
And not only continuously trying to improve the game, but make it interesting. A few things here or there are still a bit funky, and the update kind of broke something, but I'm sure it won't take very long for it to fix. Terminator is coming next week. Okay, so let's see. What's the input to bring it back? Okay. So So they did change it. Yes! Yes, they fucking changed it! Okay, so I can finally use Moonfall in something. So I'll show off what Moonfall does. For those who don't know, Moonfall is basically... Moonfall is Takeda's answer, or Nightwolf's answer to Takeda's Ronin shenanigans. And you can quick recall, or do this. You lose access to your Tomahawk moves, but you get a sort of Ronin-based thing. And now that they've changed the input, I'm actually happy with using it. And my overall thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11 have changed over the years. And I think that's important to note, because harken back to when Nate and I streamed the launch of Mortal Kombat 11. It rubbed both of us the wrong way in a few ways. Things with the crypt and how Towers of Time were, and it just didn't feel great. But now, with how things have changed, new characters that have come in to spice things up, the third variation thing, which ultimately spiced things up even more for Mortal Kombat 11, Combat League, that was added. Everything that has come with the major updates for this game so far have done nothing but good for the game, for the most part. But it isn't perfect. I still can't say that this game is the perfect Mortal Kombat game. I don't think any of the Mortal Kombat games are the perfect Mortal Kombat game, because they have their flaws in their own ways. The early games can get away with some of their flaws because they were the early games. The 3D era games had some wacky ideas that didn't always pan out, and gameplay was bizarre. The NRS era of games, their problems come from two key things. One, a focus on the corporate side of things, thanks to Warner Brothers and how they've implemented shit like microtransactions in a Mortal Kombat game. Two, there we go. FSR gives a perfect example. I might even grab this bad boy sometime soon. Possibly within the next month even. See? The thing is though, FSR, I'd almost want to tell you to wait until March to get it, because then you'd get the Ultimate Edition of the game. But if you want to grab it sooner, I will not blame you for that. Absolutely will not blame you for that. And then if you grab the Combat Pack, you're up to standards with me. So, yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 is improving steadily, and I can't wait to see how this game pans out. You know, this time in March next year, when Spawn finally drops and the first Combat Pack's finally done. But overall, my ratings for this game have changed. Before, I honestly would have given Mortal Kombat 11 a 6 out of 10 overall. The story was okay, the characters were fun, but there was just a lot wrong with it that I could not stand. Now, I'd give it close to, yeah, I'd give it an 8. I was thinking 7.5, but I think I'll give this game an 8 out of 10. It'll continue to improve, and NetherRealm has shown their penchant for improving things, and I think that'll work in this game's favor eventually. If only they got rid of the microtransactions. They straight up got rid of the microtransactions and, like, turned the time crystals into an actual currency and all of that. Or turn the time crystals into the gear, gear regen tokens, or into the gear level up tokens. I think that would be all that this game would need in order to make it, like, one of the best Mortal Kombat games to date, in my opinion. But those are just my thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think. I'd love to know what you guys thought of the update so far, and what you're interested in, and if you're excited for Terminator. The Terminator drops next week, and we're gonna get a trailer at 6 o'clock in the morning, Central Time. Those fucking bastards love to drop the trailers at the beginning of the day. So for me, it's 7 a.m. I'm going to have to try and adjust my sleep schedule to catch it as early as possible, so that I can put out a Terminator analysis like I did for Nightwolf and Shang Tsung. So I hope you enjoyed my little stream. Don't forget to be awesome, guys. And as has become my catchphrase, I guess, I'm gonna let Kotal take us out for this one. I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the other side.